Entrepreneur, why take your business online? Why should you switch from an offline business model to an online one? This is Luca Papa, and in this video I will introduce you to the digital marketing and online business opportunities. The first reason to become an online entrepreneur is because of lifestyle. We digital entrepreneurs, we love online lifestyle. We love to know that we can live and work wherever we want. There are periods where I work from the beach, periods where I work from the office here, as you can see now in this moment, periods where I work from abroad, in an island, for example. But I always have the freedom to choose, and that's very interesting and important for us. So lifestyle is more important than the final goal at the end. So I will never spend my life in a store, in a restaurant, in a factory. No, never. That's not my lifestyle. I don't like that. And a digital and online entrepreneur usually wants to be free. Secondly, as an entrepreneur online, you love the idea to reduce cost. As all entrepreneurs, we don't like cost, obviously. We like profits, but to make profits, you need to make more revenues and reduce your cost. So, digital businesses help you try solutions to reduce your cost because you don't have a location, physical location. You don't have usually a store. Most of the time you don't have also physical assets. They are very expensive and they create a lot of problems. Everything you have is digital. Let's take us for us. All our business is online and is digital. So we can once we create a new product, we can sell it to the overall world, for example. Once we create a marketing funnel, we can use it forever. And that's what happening. You have to do things differently. That's what happens in our business. Then why should you become an online entrepreneur? Also because you can simplify and automate a lot of things. Offline, you are repeating same actions, explaining the same things to personnel, to customers, to providers, and so on. While online, you configure a software, and then everybody has to adapt to the software. A customer, the provider, an employee, have to follow the procedure of that software. That is very, very good for you. For you and for your mental health, I would say. Then if you want to take your business online, you will have also the opportunity to get much more customers. That's very important. Quantity is online. Quantity of customers is online. Because offline you can find just a small amount of customers in your area. Well, if you go online, you have millions of customers in your entire country, but you can also find customers abroad in the overall world. Then you can also choose better customers, because once you have a good amount of customers and you can create quantity of customers, you can choose what are the customers you want to work with and what are the customers you don't want to work with. And it is also freedom in the way you do business, because not all customers are good to work with. Not all, really, trust me. And so you have the freedom to decide what are the customers that are able to value your service, your product, that also can pay the right amount of money for what you are providing them. Finally, speed. If you become an online entrepreneur, if you bring your business online, you would reach a different level of speed in the way you do business. Just take an example. Now everything we create, we can spread it out internationally in 1 or 2 years. when you are offline in the offline business, to spread internationally, you need at least 5-10 years. I mean, in the digital business, you can become international really very fast. I mean, very fast, and this is very interesting. But it's not the only thing. Once you find the right kind of funnel, marketing funnel, you can very quickly scale that funnel. So this is speed and the way you do business. You have an opportunity, you are very fast, and the opportunity, the chance to get that, to reach the maximum level for that opportunity. So this is very interesting. Speed is something that you have to love in the way you do business online. So if you want to take your business online, also your life online, and join our digital revolution, what you can do is you have two choices. First of all, you can ask information about our digital business coaching programs where we give you the method, the digital scale-up methodology, through which you can become an online entrepreneur, raise your revenues, and at the same time simplify your life through the digital business lifestyle. But in this case, we would work with you on your actual business model, on your market, and on your kind of products. The second option that you got is an option that you can take if you want something more radical. If you want to change market, you want to enter a different market, and you want more support from the provider. In this case, we have an online franchising solution. That means that we can help you to become an online entrepreneur with our franchising formula that help you to create an online business through our support. In this case, we will give you also training about the business model. We will give you our brand. We will give you our processes, our technologies and software, everything you need to be a successful online entrepreneur. So don't wait to ask us some information, and we'll be glad to talk with you. Bye bye, Luca.